So I've been away the past few weeks, and one of the reasons why is that I've been moving into the new place that I just bought. I mean, look at the background, it's probably different than what you're used to, right? Now, having said that, that doesn't mean that nothing's happened in the past few weeks because, contrary to popular belief, the world does not revolve around me. And one of those things that's happened, speaking of home buying, was that Gavin Newsom passed a bill allowing undocumented immigrants to be eligible for home loans. Known as Assembly Bill 1840, this prohibits disqualification to California's home purchase assistance programs solely on the basis of the applicant's immigration status. Because according to the proponents, when undocumented individuals are excluded from such programs, they miss out on a crucial method of securing financial security and personal stability for themselves and their families, which is something that Bill Maher pressed Nancy Pelosi on.
The California lawmakers just passed a law, it hasn't been signed by Governor Newsom, but giving government assistance to undocumented immigrants to buy houses. Mm-hmm. That's kind of a different place than the Democratic Party used to be on immigration. Now, I'm not going to say that's what the country's going to do, but that's certainly where California is.
Well, let me just say, immigration had always been a bipartisan issue. I refer you to
But not free houses.
Well, that's not free housing.
It is free housing.
The American dream being available to more people. But understand this about immigration. The best speech on immigration was by President Ronald Reagan. This is the last speech I will make as President of the United States. I want to communicate a message to the country I love. And he talked about the Statue of Liberty and the beacon of hope it is to the world, and what America was preeminent in the world because our door was always open, and we will cease to be preeminent when we shut the door. Now,
and she really took that out of context, because for the actual context on what Ronald Reagan said, the farewell speech goes, "If there had to be city walls, the walls had doors, and the doors were open to anyone with the will and the heart to get here." Continuing to say that being an American means having a love for our country and appreciation for our institutions. And in case you forgot, one of those institutions is the rule of law in and of itself. Which I'm kind of surprised that she would use Ronald Reagan's quote, considering that he was a Republican. But at the same time, I'm not really surprised that she would misrepresent it to justify open borders.
Google it. It's a fabulous speech. And George Herbert Walker Bush continued in that respect for the diversity of America and the rest. California's always in the lead, maybe.
And if by in the lead, she means that both robberies and aggravated assaults have increased from 2022 to 2023, which I'd venture is at least partially due to Proposition 47, which makes stealing anything under $950 only petty theft rather than a felony, then yes, California is leading.
So you'd vote for this law?
Excuse me?
So you'd vote for this law?
Well, I'm not familiar with exactly what it is, but making the American dream of home ownership available to all people is something we have to do for people who are here now.
This is before you arrested this. This is undocumented. This is for the undocumented.
Well, what I would like to do is move them to documented. In fact, move them to documented.
And there you have it. She said the quiet part out loud. She wants to reward people whose first act of entering the country was by breaking the law by giving them legal status. In the background, you have Bill Maher's audience clapping like seals. And believe me, no one knows how hard it is to find a home quite like me over the last few months. But that's beside the point. The American dream should be reserved only for people who are citizens and are on the way to achieving that status through legal means. And I always give Bill Maher kudos when it's due, including this situation in which he's making Nancy look stupid. But in this issue, I really don't think he's much better, because other times he seems to blindly praise Gavin Newsom, like he did with businesswoman Jillian Michaels.
But I've been trying to get Gavin to run for president for a very long time. And
are you serious? Are we living in Gavin Newsom's California? Why?
Yeah, and I'm sure your life is just a
I
nightmare.
left because of him.
Oh, right, you're
Moved
in
to
Florida?
Miami.
And so, you know what? I'll tell you something.
Lived here my whole life.
2020, I've lived here since '83.
Okay.
And I love where I live. I love California.
I lived in Malibu.
I'm dug in here. I share your frustrations with California. I do. And those are the things I was saying to him.
I mean, this is one I think I could speak to
again,
pretty eloquently.
Are you happier in Florida?
Yeah.
What is it in Florida that compensated more than what you had here?
It feels less crazy.
Really?
Here's
the
what I
place
mean.
where the people are on bath salts like an alligator?
Sage Steele asked me, she's like, what was the moment when you felt like California had lost its mind? And it was a piece of legislation that I can't recall.
Did it affect your life?
But Bill,
Did it affect your
is
life?
the crime affecting our lives? Is the homelessness affecting our
Was
lives?
crime affecting your life here in
Yeah,
California?
absolutely. My house got broken into.
Your house got broken into?
Yes.
Where's your house?
I have it in Malibu.
Malibu.
Arkansas, yeah.
You got broken into in Malibu?
I got...
Things are rough out there.
And it was so nuts.
I'm voting
And
for Trump.
guess who let the guy out during COVID? Because I got the letter. Newsom. It was the guy's third offense. He broke into our house. He had duct tape and a video camera. Anyway, long story, but third strike, guy goes to jail, gets let out during COVID. I mean, give me a break.
Yeah.
You're going to decriminalize everything but regulate nothing. You're prioritizing the crazy I've ever seen in my life.
Well,
Come on, really?
Again, my thing with Gavin is, first of all, he can win. First of all, I just like him. I think he's really smart. Is he a politician? Yes. That's the is he slick? Good. I'm glad he's slick. Slick people win elections.
He's a hypocrite, and that bothers me. The rules were absurd.
Okay.
Bill.
I know, but it's
Bill,
like
they were
really
absurd.
You're obsessing.
I'm not,
again, about
what was done right.
You're obsessing about the dandruff.
If he was
went to the wrong restaurant. Really?
Now notice when she asked him to name one thing that Gavin Newsom had done right, he couldn't. And he kind of acted that same way with Patrick Bet-David.
Do you like Newsom? How do you feel about Newsom?
Had him on my show Friday.
I saw that.
And I first of all, I love him. You just like a guy or you don't. I've known him for a long time. He's done my show for a long time. Do I love everything he does as the governor of California? No, I don't. I have issues with this state. He's a guy. One reason I want him to run for president, is because he's obviously a winner. This guy could do it. It's insane that we have the guy, but we can't run him because we have to tiptoe around Biden and
define a winner.
Well, he would win the election.
Oh, so
he would win the election.
He's a talented debater, speaker, communicator, deflector,
and politician, and he's a smart guy. He's a smart, real guy with a pair of balls. Do I love everything? No, you never do with a politician. But first of all, I think if he ran for president, it'd be great because it would force him to move to the center. Now you're running not just in California. I mean, this is California. It's weird.
Are you a results-driven guy? You're Bill Maher. You know,
what do you mean? Well, what's the point about results?
Exactly where I'm going with you. So results-driven guy.
Right.
What areas has Newsom won in? You said he's a winner.
Winner of the election. He could win the election.
But based on what, though? Do you want results? Like, what has he done to California to say he's a winner? What?
Oh God, I don't know. It's too.
Bill, you're a smart guy.
You know what? He made it rain, okay, dude? It wasn't raining.
Someone said that. He said, great job.
It wasn't raining, and now it's raining. So he's got my vote.
Okay,
you know what?
Respect. I mean,
I don't know. I don't follow the news. It's
a
a character
Bill,
I play on television.
Don't deflect. You're a very smart guy. You're a very smart guy.
It's a character. I actually live with my delicate wife, Sue, and our 8 homeschooled children. We just had twins, Sean and Hannity. Don't believe everything you see on.
I mean, it's the exact same thing. When PBD pressed him, he couldn't give him one policy that he actually liked. And what's more, he was getting defensive. So when Newsom actually passed AB 1840, PBD tweeted at Bill, "I'm curious if Newsom is still your guy." I mean, because if you're going to say that you like somebody's policies for the most part, you should at least be able to name a policy that you actually like, rather than deflecting. So in this case, it's very telling. But either way, this California bill should be the last thing that any of us should be supporting, because while all of this is happening, there's been growing concern in Aurora, Colorado about Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua, as they've been taking over apartment complexes.
Nigga, the Venezuelans is taking over. They just jacked him? Oh, me. These niggas is out here tripping. Bro, damn, they done made a mess.
Nigga, y'all are on bullshit out here. They is on bullshit.
Yeah, they're tripping. Nigga, they cracking off in the air and everything. They driving over the... Nigga, we almost just got hit.
with Governor Jared Polis calling it fake news, and them needing a court order to evict them, calling it a nuisance. Now, I've always thought that the idea of squatters' rights was crazy, but this is a whole new ballgame: illegal immigrants' rights. It shows that these politicians care more about pushing their progressive agendas than their actual constituents. It's illegal immigrants first, citizens last. Now, I never tell anybody who to vote for. All I'm going to say is when you're at the polls, think about who's going to put your interest as a citizen first. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel, hopefully I've earned a subscription. Here's some videos for you to watch in the meantime. Until next time, peace out.